Hello everyone. Just doing an impromptu video. It might turn into a little bit of a rant. It's going to be quite short just because I've literally just finished work and I wanted to just get something off my chest. It's to do with job interviews and the awful way that the UK orchestrates provisions and gives people false hope when creating job interviews and ghosting people and replying to people saying no by email rather than phone calls. Sometimes you might not even hear back from them for 3 months, in which case, obviously, my rent isn't paid by compliments. What a world that would be. So, when you lose a job, you have to pretty much, within a month of you losing that job, get another job. Because, unfortunately, with the way that the UK economy is and the way that now everything costs so much more in 2024 than it did sort of 10, 15 years ago, people run out of money so quickly nowadays that it's not sustainable to just sort of have loads and loads of job interviews. You've got to have something as a plan B almost immediately nowadays. So I'm just going to quickly go through some funny bit of job interview feedback that I've had. And there was also something else that I wanted to talk about as well, and I can't remember what it is. That was it. So had a job interview a couple of months ago now. Right. I was asked in this job interview, as an IT person, I've been in the IT sector for 15 years, right? I was asked in this job interview as a IT support break fix technician if I've ever done any web development, right? The answer I gave was no, but I'm well up for learning, which I think personally is an acceptable answer to give to someone because it shows that you're enthusiastic and it shows that you're malleable and adaptable and stuff. Unfortunately, when you say things like that, rather than bullshitting your way through and saying yes, I'm very, very honest. And I think sometimes this honesty trait that I have trips me up quite a lot. And it's fucking mental. Because I'm honest and because I actually tell people the truth, it seems to create a barrier between me and actually getting the job. I've got a job now, I'm all right. But I know a lot of people that are a lot less confident than me in job interview scenarios. And I just don't see how they're ever going to be able to get full-time employment if they lose their current jobs. Because just because you don't have experience in something, it doesn't mean that you're unable to learn more or unable to change your working style to suit the company. And it really bothers me that people want unicorns nowadays. They want people that, use the exact same systems as the company that you're interviewing for. And it really, really baffles me that you're expecting someone to just be kind of milling about, waiting for a job at this exact company. People don't usually apply for one job nowadays. They apply for 6 or 7 at a time. And the fact that recruiters and the fact that companies don't know that is absolutely mental to me. And unfortunately, because of what I've mentioned at the start of this video, the time-sensitive nature of getting another job immediately, people don't really have a luxury of choice anymore. And some recruiters that it's mostly on LinkedIn, some recruiters that I've had interactions with, they're just awful. Like they'll say, are you free next Friday? And I'm like, well, it's Tuesday, so no, I've got work. And they're like, oh, well, can't you take a day off? No? What, for 30 minutes? Are you mental? Would you take a whole day off of your current job that pays you a salary? A day holiday nowadays is like, most companies, you get 25 days a year out of 365 days. If you work shifts and you work weekends, that is. I'm not wasting a day off to have a 30-minute conversation with someone who might not even get back to me. But yeah, lastly, I'll share a bit of job interview feedback that I had recently, which I thought was quite funny. I was interviewed by the director of HR and the director of culture and people, whatever that means. And I was told in the rejection email, not by phone, not in person, that I was too casual and too relaxed in my job interview. Would you prefer me to be anxiety-ridden and nervous and talking a million miles an hour because I've had loads of those? Like, what does that mean? If you're expecting people to change their schedule to jump on a Teams meeting at the last minute, at the 11th hour, and wear a fucking suit and tie to a Teams meeting, you are on drugs. No one on this earth would do that. No one. If I'm going to an in-person interview, I'll wear a suit and tie. Absolutely. And also, with Teams meetings, it's usually just this. It's faces. It's the top half of your body. I'm telling you right now, during COVID, and this wasn't me, this is other people that I've known because I've seen all the memes and all the TikToks coming out about it. Most people were half naked during COVID when they worked from home. What's the funniest bit of interview feedback that you've ever received? That's all from me. But yeah, I needed to get that off my chest. If you are too relaxed in a job interview, it either means that you're faking it or you are genuinely just quite a relaxed person. Always choose relaxed over stressed, guys. Like, really? Just, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Feel a lot lighter now. But yeah, stay tuned for more content. Probably won't do stuff like this anymore because it's just me shouting into a camera, really, isn't it? But yeah, let me know your funniest interview feedback below in the comments. Drop a sub if you're new. And yeah, speak to you soon. Cheers, guys.